Welcome back to Ocala Talks. On a Monday, it is Christmas week. Hope you got all your shopping done and everything. And if you don't have it done, hope you are going to finish it up today or tomorrow. It's getting crunch time, folks. Although I do have folks, and I used to do this as well, that they wait until December 24th to do any of their shopping. Yeah, I had a friend. I still have friends to this day that do it that way. To this day. I'm not doing it, but I know people who do. News over the weekend. The jury found a 43-year-old Bellevue woman guilty of 2 counts of sexual battery on a child and lewd and lascivious battery on the child late last week. The jury made up of 6 women and a man, deliberated for less than 2 hours. Heather Ann Reyes was given tissue to wipe her eyes after the verdict was read. A customary pre-sentence investigation was ordered for Reyes. She will be sentenced January 18th. The victim and his family sat opposite side of the courtroom, left soon after it was the verdict was read. The prosecutor said the incident between Reyes and the victim went on for several years. So the 43-year-old woman was found guilty of lewd and lascivious behavior with a minor. I don't know how that happens. It's one of those things that I don't have a grasp on because I would never. I mean, I see teachers do it all the time. You see teachers get arrested and all. I taught for 5 years. I don't know what to say about that except taking advantage of a child is, something that is a jailable offense, and I'm glad that this person was taken off the street so that another child can't be hurt. The 12th annual Marion County Wreaths Across America ceremony at Highlands Memorial Park took place Saturday. Know some of you attended out there. But it did take an unexpected turn when an announcement was made that the 1,300 wreaths that were to be placed on veterans' gravesite were on a tractor trailer whose last known whereabouts were somewhere in Mississippi. Organizers waited late Friday expecting the arrival of the shipment. A flat tire was a last-minute delay, according to John Grimstead. He's one of the founders of the local event. Upwards of 400 people came to lay wreaths at Wreaths Across America org states to honor, remember, and teach about the services of American military veterans. The Marion County Veterans Council was an organizer of the ceremony. Said about 1,200 wreaths on the truck were for placement at Highland Memorial Park. The additional supply was intended to be used for ceremonial placement. Suzanne Grimstead and other organizers put a positive spin on the delay by inviting family members and others to attend to visit veterans' grave sites in the Memorial Park. Remember the names, sacrifice, and services. Kathy Thacker, she's the wife of U.S. Army Sergeant Viet War veteran Randy Thacker. He died September at the age of 72. She placed a ceremonial wreath in honor of her husband during the ceremony. It's wonderful we can honor all these veterans, Ms. Thacker said. The Wreaths Across America program was started by Maria Worcester, I don't know if I'm saying that right, in 1992. And by 2014, 225,000 plus wreaths were laid on National Wreaths Across America Day. It's always the weekend before Christmas, and they laid 250,000 plus wreaths this weekend for Veterans Across America, Wreaths Across America program for veterans, and it took place at Highland Memorial Park. And even though the wreaths didn't get there, even though the trucks weren't able to deliver the wreaths on time because of some mechanical issues with the truck, it was still a very successful event said by all of those who attended. So, it's a great event and a great thing to turn out and recognize veterans and their last final places of rest by putting Christmas wreaths on their grave. So I think that's you can't do enough to thank the people who give us the freedoms that we enjoy every day. And when you pay the ultimate sacrifice, if you're giving your life, or if you've lived a full life and you passed away and you got your military burial and you are a military service member that has been put to rest in one of these participating memorial parks, then you probably get a wreath. And it's a great way to say thank you, not only to the veterans who are laid in the ground there as their final resting places, but also say thank you to the families of those men and women who gave their service to this country to help protect the freedoms that we enjoy in this country. So I'm always a fan of those kind of events, and this looks like, even with the wreaths not being delivered in time, 1,300 wreaths held up because there were tractor-trailer issues. I like how the story said, last known whereabouts, somewhere in Mississippi. We don't know where in Mississippi, just somewhere in Mississippi. But the tractor-trailer did finally arrive with the wreaths. But they still had a very good celebration, and they remembered what it was about. It's not about the wreaths. It's about the people that are in their final resting places, the veterans who are in their final resting places. That's what the event is about. Yes, they lay wreaths on the graves, but it's really about honoring those who are in the graves, not the wreaths that go on the grave. And so everybody at the event seemed to remember that, and it was a very successful event, even with the late arrival of the wreaths. So congratulations to all those who helped bring a little bit of honor to those at Highland Memorial Park by participating in the 12th annual Marion County Wreaths Across American ceremony that took place over the weekend. Took place on Saturday, actually, at Highland Memorial Park. The weather this week, supposed to stay cloudy today, cooler tomorrow. Tonight, cold front. Tomorrow, rain moves in. Clearing on Wednesday, but supposed to be a cooler cooler day on Wednesday. Towards the end of the week, supposed to have back to a warming trend for Christmas Day. But cold is on the horizon. These cold fronts keep moving in. They hadn't got really cold yet, but you know that one of them is going to pop and be really cold. But this one tomorrow, coming in through tomorrow night, will bring a little bit of rain to us, they say, clearing out by Wednesday with cooler temperatures. So just be mindful of the weather. Carol Ann Baldwin will be in here tomorrow. We'll talk to her about this cycle of insecurity that's going on in the weather right now. Is it cold? Is it hot? Is it wet? Is it not wet? It's that time of year where the weather systems in our area are a little schizophrenic. So just stay here with WOCA to our weather updates, and we'll keep you informed as the only radio station that brings you news about Marion County. We don't give you Gainesville news. We don't give you Orlando news. We give you most of the news that affects Marion County on a daily basis. We'll be right back after this timeout. You're listening to Ocala Talks on WOCA, The Source.
Broadcasting from the Ocala International Airport, this is WOCA AM, W242CA FM, Ocala, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
USA Radio News with Chris Barnes.
Now that Senate Democrat Joe Manchin says he will not vote for the legislation, it looks like Democrats are not going to be able to overcome Republican opposition in the Senate to pass President Biden's roughly $2 trillion Build Back Better bill. Tom Cotton, the U.S. Senator from Arkansas, says,
at a time when we have almost $30 trillion in debt, this bill would add $5 trillion to it. We have the worst inflation in 40 years. This bill would add fuel to the fire of inflation.
The Republican Cotton speaking there on Fox News Sunday night in America. President Biden's Build Back Better agenda would focus on issues from health care to education, climate change, and tax laws. The NHL and Players Association announcing cross-border games